first of all, the acting is really abysmal in this show. I mean, in this.
No rush.
Yeah.
Also, like the Sokka character, he's very different in the show. The show, he's like a comic relief.
So I guess we could talk about what kind of bend you guys want.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Questionable Cinema Podcast, where we discuss your favorite questionable cinema. Today, we have a special guest, a show expert, Michael Eisenberg.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's quite an honor to meet everyone.
Today, we're going to review The Last Airbender.
Yeah, it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, famous director. The movie was released on June 30th, 2010. Some other movies he directed was Split, After the Earth, etc. I guess I'll start right now.
Yeah.
How would you guys rate the movie? Out of 10. Out of 10 popcorns.
Out of 10 popcorns.
10
Michael, you want?
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah.
I rated a 2 out of 10.
Reason?
2 out of 10.
Reason? Because, first of all, the acting is really abysmal in this show. In this movie. And the special effects, also probably the second reason that it's really bad. Yeah.
That's true. I would give it a 3 out of 10 popcorns. It wasn't. I feel like compared to the show, it's a 1 out of 10. But by itself, it's not that bad. It could be worse. So 3 out of 10.
I would give it, similar to them, I'd give it a 2.5 out of 10. It is, as they have said, it is not a good movie. It is a very bad movie. If you compare it to the show is a lot better. The show is a lot richer with plot information and details and all of that. And the movie is just poorly directed, poorly edited. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's similar to them. I would do 2.5 also. Just they for like the character development story, the pacing of the story.
Yeah.
Just so rushed.
makes
Like
sense.
20, like I think it was around 20 episodes in one season.
Yeah.
I think 20 episodes all smushed up into like 1 hour and 45 minutes.
But there are 20 episodes of 20 minutes.
20 minutes,
That's,
yeah.
400 minutes condensed into 100 minutes. So it is.
It is, everything is just
Very
rushed. Yeah.
Should we go over the basic synopsis of the movie? Just
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So you wanna?
No, I'm just sorry.
Alright, so pretty much they found Katara and Sokka. They were
Which is the guy and the girl.
right. They were in the river looking for fish. They were fishing, and then they found a big frozen ice ball out of the ground. They hit it. It broke, and then
And
came
Here's
out.
the important distinction between the movie and the series. In the series, why did she break? Do you remember why they watched the first?
She was like yelling at Sokka.
Right, she was yelling at him.
Makes sense.
She was stomping and accidentally.
Yeah, it was an accident. In the movie, she
Yeah.
just went out of her way and started
She started hitting.
Hitting
She
the-
just hit the ball.
mysterious orb
No.
of ice for no reason. In the movie, it did not feel natural. Like, why would she do it?
Yeah.
In the series, there was a reason. It was an accident.
Right. So after Aang was found, they took Sokka and Katara. They took Aang and his pet to the water tribe to
Sorry.
her grandma, which looked at him and everything. And then the Fire Nation came in. The Fire Nation saw the Avatar. They tried to take him away, and then the scene that we watched, they took him to his ship. He escaped. Then they were going around. Aang realized that all of the other airbenders are dead, and he went to the Earth tribe, which we saw this scene. And he tried to make his way to the northern water tribe to learn how to control water. Then they got there. The Fire Nation came. They fought the spirits in the way, and then at the end, the northern water tribe with the Avatar, they won. They scared the Fire Nation away, and the movie ended.
I guess we can talk about like
Context.
yeah, I would say characters and actors. So the main character Aang, he's played by what's it called? By Noah Andrew Rayner. When he was young. How would you describe his like facial features? his facial features. I guess I'll start. His facial features is a little chubby.
Okay.
I compared to like the show.
I mean,
In the
like,
show,
there's nothing wrong with being a bit chubby.
okay. There's nothing wrong, but there's just some scenes that just I can't take it serious. It's just his eyebrows.
His eyebrow movement was.
I don't know about his like features, like physical features. Just like when he acts, those like
Yeah.
his, I don't know, like his face look it's so fake whenever he's acting. That's
Right,
what
the
I was
actors, the actors in that movie are.
I mean,
Not
like,
as
when you
good.
take child actors, it's always a hit or miss.
Yeah.
They're gonna be good like in Harry Potter, or they can be
I
questionable.
mean, you can look at Cole from The Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
She
true.
was a really good
So
actor.
it's really hit or miss. It's either really good or questionable at best.
What about some other actors? What is that?
What
That
other-
person is the Zuko, his uncle.
Oh, Zuko's uncle.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, when you compare it to the show, right?
Yeah,
it was-
I think the character in general in the movie and versus the show very different. I think it's a lot better in the show because he's a lot more like lighthearted and funny. It's kind of like the comic relief in the first season at least, but
I feel like
then yeah.
keep going.
Well then like I mean later throughout the show you realize how important the character actually is. Like he's not just the comic relief, but yeah, that's.
By later in the show, do you mean later in the second season or third season? Or
Yeah.
the same season?
But they showed a little bit in the first season, but like throughout the rest of the show. It's
Right. So
I
the
see.
movie was only
movie focused
based
on
on
the
the
first
first
season.
season. Yes.
Of the series.
Right. What are some other characters that we can really talk about? Oh, also, what is the pet's name?
Oh yeah.
The pet
Like
of
pets.
with Angie.
Flying
Appa.
Appa. Is there in the first season of the show? Was there like a lot more to that character, or not really?
Yeah, I'd say that character is pretty important. It's like, I mean, obviously it's just their like way to get around, but then also they give this like pet a lot of personality in the show.
Does it talk in the show again?
No.
It doesn't. Alright, because in the movie, it's like just it's only shown as like a transportation.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, there's
literally
definitely-
nothing much.
They show a lot more of the connection between Aang and the pet
Right.
because like they talk about this more in the later seasons, but it's like the last thing he has from his like home or the last living like I don't know friend he has from his.
Friends, relationships.
Yeah.
Right.
So just a preface, and we should have done this earlier. I've never watched the series.
Mhm.
Arik has watched it.
I have watched it when I was small, maybe around
Calvin
10
has
years
never
ago.
watched
I have never watched the
And
movie.
Yes.
Michael's our expert. He has
Of
watched
course,
it.
he's watched it.
So
I mean, like after we watched the movie, we kind of watched.
our impressions of the movie are different based on whether we watched it or not.
Right.
For me, even though I never saw the series, I thought that the movie was very rushed. Like
Yes.
I could see them skip a lot of like big time frames of like periods of time
Mhm.
just to get across the plot.
Right. I mean,
It didn't feel. I didn't feel the personal connection in the movie.
right.
So
I saw like a small difference between the show and the movie is that in the movie, say firebending, they use the fire around their surroundings to
In
like,
the
sort of
movie.
fight it. But yeah, in the movie.
yeah, but in the series,
And
they
I,
said-
is it, like in the show,
They
is
just
it-
do like whenever they want.
So, like, when they punch,
yeah, they just,
fire
like,
comes
punch,
out.
Yeah.
what is the thing they call it, like chi
The-
or something?
chakra.
Chi, I think so. Yeah, is there a thing called chi in the show?
Chi like for firebending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like not like there wasn't a
Wasn't
heavy
big bars.
emphasis on it. It was like they talked about like what energy in your whatever body.
Right.
It wasn't like yeah.
Yeah, because they got surprised when Zuko's uncle, like when he like kind
Yeah,
of
Right,
like,
when he just made fire out of nothing.
out of nothing, and they were
Question.
surprised. Like,
Question
Yeah.
for you:
Yeah.
could the other nations, like waterbenders, create water out of nothing, like the Fire Nation could? In the series?
There's a thing that they talk about in like one of the later seasons that like well usually waterbenders they take water from the
They have to
environment
drink- yeah.
but there was like a thing they explained that some waterbenders can take like the water vapor out of thin air
Mm.
right since there's technically water in the air. Yeah.
So why do you think the movie director chose to not include that feature that people could create fire out of nothing just with their hands from the movie?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's a random.
I mean,
thing.
yeah, it's just a question.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I guess maybe to not make them as powerful. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because he didn't want to have all the special effects like all the time. Like I don't
Sure,
know.
sure.
Because yeah,
Maybe just make them even with the waterbenders.
Mm.
maybe yeah.
how, okay, so how did you guys like like the graphics of like the special effects. Let's talk about the special effects, like the mountains, the fire effects.
The fight scenes.
The fight
Yeah.
scenes. Yes.
The fight scenes were horrendous.
Okay, I think I might have to say the fight scenes it is poorly directed, but like the effects of like the earth bending when the fire bending is like really cool in my opinion.
Okay, the effects are good. They just do not fit the fight scenes.
They're very slow.
Yeah, they're super slow. I'll give you
the
that.
pacing of the fight scenes are
Shit.
just not
Right,
good.
it's
Even
terrible.
the effects, they move with like. what?
Yeah, like I thought the effects didn't even look that good. Like the fire looked really fake.
It looked
The
like
earth.
for
I don't know.
2010,
Maybe.
it looked alright.
And then there was a really, I guess, like, I don't know if we're gonna talk about that scene now, or we're gonna play
Yeah, we can talk about what's the first one or the second one?
Let's talk about both. Start with the first one.
First one?
The ship. Let's
Well,
finish it all together.
Alright, I guess we
Let's
can.
watch the scene together and then we will talk about it.
Airbender. I'm taking you back to the Fire Nation.
You said
I apologize. I should have explained further. If you failed the test, as all others did, you were free to leave. But
So
as
this
it
is in
turns
the
out,
beginning of the movie.
you're the only one in the entire world who could pass this test.
When they discover
It
he's
is
down.
truly an honor to be in your presence. And try to escape. This is war.
Hand movement. Closing on the door. Very special.
The eyebrows.
Eyebrows. I can't take it seriously.
Why don't they just fire him? Why don't they shut him down?
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting their choices. That's it.
thanks for bringing it up with me. The Fire Nation is up to something. I have to go back now.
We'll come with you.
I can take you back to the village. We're going with you.
You found the Avatar. For a moment, I had my honor back.
So,
Okay. I guess
thoughts, opinions.
it's alright. I mean,
It's alright.
the
Two out of
oh, from
five.
that scene, I kind of when I watched this scene, Zuko's uncle, I kind of respect him. You know, the way he talks. I mean, he doesn't sound like a terrible villain.
Right, he is respectful. He is positive.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
Danko was the positive character.
Yeah,
He's not supposed to be the villain.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, in the show, in the movie, Fire Nation is considered a bad.
I know, but he's a positive
I
character.
would say he's a positive cut.
In the series, is he a positive character?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. So yeah, that's a good thing that they give off that way.
Right, but I mean, as you could see in this scene, for example, in the fight scene when Aang was escaping the ship, right? All of these hand movements and his facial expressions,
The hand movements.
they're just not good acting. It's just not good acting. It's the fighting scene could have been
I feel like-
much better.
It's the best they could do, but it just didn't hit the mark.
They put way too much into it.
Yeah.
If they
I
get
feel like in the series, from the little bit that I watched, all the fight scenes looked
Yeah,
more
the fight
natural.
scenes are actually.
They were a
I
lot
think-
faster and they just moved.
Yeah, it's just a difference between like animation and live action.
Right, it might be a lot easier to
It's
do
a lot
it with
easier,
animation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I guess I like. Okay, we can talk about. I like the scene when he used the like. What is the thing called? Like the stick is like a
Mm.
the kite.
The
right.
kind of thing, yeah.
I like how they. Well, we can talk like about a little good stuff about it.
Right.
I like how the scene where he like flies up.
Right,
it
he flies
really
down
shows.
and then
Yeah,
up.
it really shows like where they are, the icy area. But there's I remember like what is the two kids called the kids.
Sokka and
Sokka is-
Katara.
Sokka is the
He's the guy.
The guy,
He's the
yeah,
guy.
and then Katara is
Katara is
the girl.
the,
Yes.
the girl. I feel like the way like because they want to help out Aang. I feel like the connection it's just no development.
I feel like
It's
there's
just all suddenly
I see what you're saying,
wants to help.
but I feel like it's not that there's no connection and no development. It's very rushed.
Okay.
In the series, right? In the show,
Mm.
you spend like 10 episodes for what we watched in 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah. Because they went like there's like this whole development of them spending together.
Yeah. So
Right.
in the series, you could feel their connection. In the movie, they just saw each other twice, and yeah. they're
Right.
friends now.
Just they're in the
Yeah,
tent,
you know
talk
each
all
other.
little, and it just
Yes, now they
fight
travel
each
around the
other.
world.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
What
but
the fuck? Yeah. It's just like
No, no
rushed.
diagram.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Also, like the Sokka character, he's very different in the show. The show, he's like a comic relief.
Yes.
Well, like in this, he's just I don't even know.
Yeah. He's
Super,
a
like,
dumb
deadpan.
one, right?
Sorry.
Soccer.
Yeah, he's like comic relief, like does dumb stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And here he barely has a character in the movie. He's
He just,
Just-
rushes and does stuff.
yes.
Another thing I really liked about this movie is the score, the sound.
Mm.
Yeah.
The sound is
sound-
good.
sound
The
is
music
good.
is
I like
very
that.
good.
Yeah.
What do you call the music? The outside music.
Diegetic sound, non-diegetic sound, one of them.
Yeah, and non-diegetic sound.
Non-diegetic
Yeah,
sound.
outside of the scene. Also, the what you said about the big shot, the wide shot of the whole scene, him flying up. I feel like they really did a good job at mixing the score, really energetic music,
Mm. Yeah.
with the wide shot of the whole, what do you call it, glacier,
Right, all the snow and the mountains,
The ice mountains,
the
yeah.
whole setting, the whole
It's
background was very good. The ships, the snow castles,
So I feel like-
the Earth Kingdom, all of that, all
This
really
movie
good.
had a good budget and a good heart that went into making it. It's just the fight
The
scenes.
result.
Yeah, the fight scenes and the.
It just didn't
writing.
fit together.
Yeah.
Like some parts were good, some parts were not as good, and then together it was just
Would
bad.
you guys say the movie feels like a money grab? They made it just to make the movie, just to make the money from the sales,
Maybe.
because it didn't add anything to the
Yeah.
to the story, right? It was just repeating the series.
I mean, if you're
Yeah.
like a diehard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Avatar
I feel
fan
like
for
that's
the
what they
show.
did it for. For
Maybe
people to watch it
such a
and say,
discipline.
oh, Avatar.
Maybe it was just to people who didn't feel like watching the whole 20 episodes, 20 minutes, 400 minutes. They just wanted a condensed version of the series. They just created a 100-minute movie
Mm.
and
But
have it rushed.
No,
Right,
that was a
right.
horrible idea.
Yeah, like
You
the
Right.
thing is,
you can't condense the whole series into 140 minutes.
What do you guys think about like the fact that they're making actually a new, or they're recreating a show,
I
a
don't,
live
I
action
don't
version?
understand why.
So
Wait,
they're
wait,
doing
you're-
this again, basically.
wait, they're recreating the
Yeah.
show. I never heard.
Netflix says they're recreating the show,
The whole show.
Live action or
Live
like
action,
a
yeah.
cartoonish,
live action.
but they're gonna keep like everything in the show too. They're not gonna skip any scenes.
I mean, like I don't know, that's not out yet, so. We'll
They're
see.
creating the show, they're
They're
creating
creating-
another movie. Or
No, it's a show. It's
It's
a,
a show,
series
okay,
on
okay,
Netflix,
right,
yeah.
okay.
So it's probably going to be better. It seems like they're putting a lot more like
Effort
into
into
it.
it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, how do you know how much effort they put into this?
Eh.
I mean, it looks
Yeah.
like
Is there a
the
trailer
heart was
for it?
there.
Sorry,
Is there a trailer for like the live action show?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
Well, I wonder what score they will get once they release it.
It might come out.
It would be
this year.
interesting to
To-
watch it
yeah.
and review it too. Yes.
I'm just searching up. What is that like? A live action.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Show?
On Netflix.
When is it supposed to come out?
Series. That's just.
This year, I think.
This
Really?
year?
Maybe.
Trailer. Is there like a trailer for it? Let me search up this show. Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 1 concept trailer.
Mm,
Is it this one? It might be this one to be honest.
Maybe. I don't really know. I haven't seen much news about it.
Destiny and the destiny of the world.
Selfless duty calls you to sacrifice your hearts for your dreams and do whatever it takes
This is not the movie.
This looks like fan made or something. I don't know if this is real.
Concept art. Okay,
Yeah.
that is fan made.
I mean, that looks a lot better.
That definitely looks better.
That looks a lot better.
Hopefully they do make it a worth. Like I wish they do make it better.
I feel like it's a money grab. You know,
Again.
the movie.
Could be.
The new movie as well.
Oh.
The new series. The movie for sure was a money grab. Like 1,000%.
Do you we can talk about skipped sequences.
Right. I feel like there's a lot.
There's a lot of scenes where you skipped. One of the scenes that we actually saw is the penguin.
Okay, yeah, the first episode.
Remember that?
Right. That's part
That's
of
where
the,
they bond.
that's part of
Yeah.
the bonding of Aang and
That is
Katara.
so-
They went penguin sliding together in the show, and then in the movie there was none of that. It was part of what we talked about, how their connection is not as well constructed, and you don't really get to feel their connection.
Right. Also, the sort of towards the end of the movie, where Aang basically he becomes really powerful and able to control the ocean. In the show, he controls like a big giant,
Yeah.
like a fish water,
Yeah,
water
like
fish
a spirit.
Right.
like a spirit. But in the movie, he basically controls like a big ass wave. That kind of, it's different.
Right. He lifts it up.
Yeah, he
Basically-
lifts it up like doing
Right.
dungeons like
In the
like
show-
like Tai Chi,
In the show, he becomes the spirit. He
Yeah.
becomes a big
The
big
fish,
ass. Yes.
and he controls the ocean.
It's like
In
the
the
ocean
movie.
spirit.
Right.
In the movie, he's just him. He doesn't become anything, but he gets the power to control the ocean, and he makes a very big wave
Yeah, that's what.
to scare off the Fire Nation.
What do you think about that? Like, were you kind of?
Did they? I'm trying to remember in the movie. Did they have like the spirits in it? Like was that?
Yes.
They had like the fish.
Right.
Yes, they have the
Fishes.
two fish,
Yeah.
and like who killed it again? Like the general.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
the general killed the fish,
Yeah.
and then also in the scene like I believe the what is the princess of the
Right, and then they use the princess to
yeah,
revive.
the
the fish.
revive
The
the
spirit.
way they did that is also different from the show in the movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like the spirit versus him controlling the ocean. It's kind of like.
Do you wish they
They're
did?
not. I wish they did do the spirit thing in the movie because like the show has a big emphasis on like the spirit world, whatever
Right.
that stuff. So they're kind of like skipping out on that.
They
that side of it.
mentioned the spirit word in the movie a couple times, but there was no big emphasis on it. They did mention it like multiple times, but
Mhm.
Also, the princess character, right? At the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think in the series, she was important, based on what I understand. But in the movie, she felt very unnecessary.
It felt very unnecessary
She was like a
until
character.
she was needed.
No, even then, she felt like an extra character for no reason.
For me, like it's just, she was unnecessary until she was needed to revive to
Well,
revive
that's the
the
whole
fish.
idea. They built her
Yeah.
up.
But yeah, but like the
To be unnecessary.
feeling of the character development of the princess is just not there.
Not there yet.
right in
And
the
it-
show, the princess and Sokka, right?
Mhm.
They had a relationship together. They were hanging out together a lot.
Yeah, like
they
in the-
formed a connection.
In the show, where like Sokka and like there was a lot of characters.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
where they
chemistry
just
between
going
them.
around just having fun, like having a date or something.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
Like-
and there was
Yeah, and I remember when watching the movie. Basically when the Fire Nation were about to attack.
Yeah.
Sokka was like he said we need a bodyguard, for the princess.
Yeah, no, that was before the attack. Right?
Yeah, that was before the attack. They say we need a bodyguard
He
for
ran
the
the
princess,
first
and then Sokka just randomly raised his hand. He's like, "I will be the bodyguard for." I was so confused. I was like, "Didn't you just get there from traveling?" And it's
Who are
like,
you?
I myself, a stranger, would love to protect, be the bodyguard of the princess, and I can't believe that the whoever like the higher rankings in the village allowed that.
I mean, look, she's the highest ranking, right?
Okay, she is higher.
Is there a
ranking,
king?
but
No, the king died, right?
There's like a master that teaches Aang how to control
Control water.
and he
Yeah, but
he
she's
pretty
the
much-
highest.
He pretty much
She's the
controls
leader
her
of
too.
the. Oh,
the whole.
Like he controls most of the kingdom.
So I was so confused.
I mean, in the show, it was like he got appointed that role, but I think there's a lot more like
yeah.
about like
There's a lot more reason.
Oh right, a lot more reasons because they they saw how how trustworthy he was, but
Yeah.
in the fucking show, he decided to raise his hand, saying, "I will be the bodyguard."
And they just say, yeah.
I was
okay.
like, what the fuck? You don't have any other elite?
Coming up.
Yes. So
Yeah, it's just like this random guy from the.
yeah, but when I first saw like the what is it called, Ice Village?
The water.
What is it?
Water tribe.
Kingdom,
Tribe.
Water
Kingdom,
Tribe.
probably.
I really like how it looked out. Like the
How it looks.
Yeah, it looks really
looks
cool.
very good.
yeah the camera angle shows how big it is. You really feel it.
Right.
But
Yeah, once again, the CGI, the everything, like all the views, right, in the movie, they were beautiful. It was
Right.
very well made. The score as well. It's a shame that the movie,
The
like,
action.
the writing was
Yeah.
not as well
Mhm.
done.
oh wait, this is okay. We can talk about some other fight scenes. The fight scenes in the Earth.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Okay, that is legitimately one
Oh,
of
like
the
one.
worst scenes I've ever seen in my
Right.
life.
It was bad. It was so bad we burst out laughing. When we
Yeah.
saw it.
It's supposed to be a serious scene.
It's supposed to be a
Like,
serious
inspirational, serious scene, but no.
Right.
It's
It's
like-
supposed to be a changing point. It's like supposed to be where Aang actually makes him visible to the world. The world now knows that he is the Avatar.
Yeah.
And in that scene, which we'll watch together right now, they're doing a very bad job.
Yeah.
There's like, before I attack, let me dance for like 5 seconds real quick, so I can just. It's just so slow.
Right.
It's your.
Yeah,
let's go watch this. Yeah,
let's
yeah.
watch it.
The Avatar is dead. If he was here, he would protect us.
My name is Am. And I'm the Avatar.
Yes, this is the big reveal. It's not that big.
But I'm back now. It's time for you to stop doing this!
The Avatar would have to be an airbender. Are you an airbender, boy?
The push.
That's so bad.
Yeah, right here.
Yes,
The unnecessary movements.
So his face.
And his face.
All airbenders should be dead. Kill him! Airbenders!
Why are they just standing there? Why is no one attacking?
Hey! Everybody can help us now!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yes, the movement.
The fast and dive.
So slow. So slow.
Hey, but the graphics is good.
The
Yeah.
graphics are nice, but very,
So
very.
slow.
Yeah, yeah. Unnecessary hope.
You're wasting so much time. Why is this guy just standing there? With all the fire.
Oh no. Oh,
This part.
Yes. And it's not how they fight. They keep-
What are you doing? Again, the music is really good.
Pretty good.
And the fight scene. That edit was like.
Where is he now? This is like.
I think it's not
very confused.
No,
I was got from
I
here
would
to
expect
there.
this quality of editing from us.
This is our.
the script is bullshit. Script is terrible.
What do you mean by the script? Because the
Like
script
the
was
what-
taken
okay.
from the
The
original.
dialogue.
The dialogue,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It's okay. I think it's kind. Is it different from the show? If you remember, I don't think you can.
This wasn't really even a scene in like.
Really?
I feel like they
It's like-
united
Yeah,
like
they-
5 episodes into
yeah.
one using this fight scene.
Anybody can help now. Like, you are not the airbender. like is it the last airbender is the Avatar is an airbender. Are you the airbender boy?
Right. It's what they say and the way they say it.
The
Both
timing of it,
is
yeah.
Not good.
And also, what was her Qatar?
Guitar, yeah.
Her push just
Her push is so.
felt cringy.
Yeah.
No, the whole scene was
I mean,
was
they're
very
trying to go for a thing where she's like protective of him and whatever. which she is in the show, but like it's done a lot better there. So
Another question I have: why is the whole like, you know, the what is it? The squad of the Fire Nation. Why are they just standing around?
Yeah.
The guy said attack. They just stand there.
Right.
also the thing with where the Earthbenders, like there's like 10 of them. They all move this one tiny rock, like 2 miles an hour.
The two stomps first, like the stomp, and then do
Listen,
the.
they didn't have practice for a while.
So there's a small difference between the show. Not a small.
Small difference.
I'll say it's
Excuse me,
it's
small difference.
big difference, but between the show and the movie is that in the Fire Nation, the show, they had tanks.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
ships.
Right. They had
What
tanks
did
and
they have
machines.
in the?
In the in the
They had
movie,
ships.
in the movie they had small drills. Their drills were about this big.
Yeah, it's like a hand
They
drill.
came out of the ground. They had a hand drill, pretty much. Like you drill into a hole.
Yeah.
And yes, in the show they had big machines and tanks that could go climb up walls
Yeah.
and go underground. And
I mean, I had mixed feelings when I saw the tanks. To be 100% honest, in the show,
Why?
I mean, just it's kind of different. Like, I mean,
Well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
the
I
Fire
think
Nation
they're
supposed to be
trying to
different?
show that they're like super powerful. Like
Yeah, they
they're
use the powers,
advanced technologically.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is why they
yeah. Like,
colonize the whole.
Yeah.
do you
the whole
think?
world.
Did you think that they should have added the tanks in the?
I think I've seen some videos about this, basically explaining why the Fire Nation is so powerful. It's kind of like they have this unlimited energy, at least in the show, fire,
That's true.
which is why they're like industrialized and have all these.
Right, that makes
advanced
sense.
That makes
technologies.
sense.
I mean, I guess in the movie they only talked about the water tribe, right? And then, well, what in the show had just 2 more seasons. I believe that's.
And I think the movie was supposed to have 2 more movies.
It's
Like,
it's
it
a
was
buddy-
supposed to
yeah,
be a
it's
series
supposed
of
to
3 movies.
in their mind.
Right? The water, the earth, and then the fire.
Yes.
There was only one. I wonder why.
I wonder why.
And
Yeah.
same as the seasons. I think each movie was supposed to recreate the season, the whole
Yeah.
season.
Right. So what's the other 2 again? Like
There's
Others,
Earth and Fire.
Earth and Fire.
Right.
Each
Right.
nation, yeah. And
I guess there's no water. I mean,
the
not water,
Airbenders, they're all dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah,
He's the last Airbender.
I guess it's unfortunate.
Well, why did they die in the series?
Yeah, what is
Major
that?
spoiler.
It's the explanation is like, so, there was like this 100 Years war, right?
Right.
They talk about
Right.
that
I
movie.
believe the
Right,
Fire
the
Nation
first-
is called-
I think I was in the ice for like 100
And
years.
and it was started by like it's like one of these fire lords like 100 years ago, and he realized that the only way he would be stopped is if the Avatar stopped him, and he knew that the next Avatar would be an Airbender, so then he
Killed all
ordered
the
the
Airbenders.
genocide.
That makes a
all the
lot more
Airbenders, yeah.
sense. What about? Did they explain that in the movie? I don't think so.
No, they just said there was a war, and then all the Airbenders died. Right?
Mhm.
Right. They didn't
There's
say
like-
why.
That's a lot.
2-second clip of the whole history of the nation.
They just all said it and it was just like.
That's how the whole movie was. They squished the whole thing together.
Very rushed. Very
Yeah.
rushed.
That's
And
unfortunate.
a few skipped sequences too.
A few.
Many. Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
I think I should. I
Should
should
watch
kind of
it.
should. The show, yeah. I should most likely watch the show.
I think I might watch the second and third seasons.
Yeah. Cause just
No, you should watch the first season too. There's a lot of good stuff they skipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
is it on Netflix or something?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, I might watch it. I don't know, cause now I'm curious. What's gonna happen? Blah blah blah. So I guess we could talk about what kind of bending you guys want to do. So there's
Yeah.
fire, water, earth, and air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Avatar can control the whole all
Oh,
4.
Well, assuming you cannot be the Avatar.
yeah,
no.
assuming you are not the Avatar. you are
What
not
is
Aang.
what is the most powerful bending?
Well, yeah, what is the
Are
most
we
powerful?
talking like show, movie, or both?
Oh.
Well, the universe.
I mean,
the
yeah,
whole.
Okay,
yeah.
the whole-
Right.
what, in your opinion,
As the
which
expert.
one
In
do you
my
think is-
opinion, I
yeah.
think
Professional.
Strong.
I think water, or maybe
Water.
air.
Why?
So in the show, they bring up this like crazy thing. It's kind of a spoiler, but whatever.
It's fine.
That waterbenders, they can control people's blood. It's called blood bending.
Oh.
They control people from
That
the
makes
inside.
sense.
So they touch on that like a couple times, but it's not like a huge
Michael,
thing. But yeah.
Why would you want to use that?
What do you mean? Like okay, in
Do you
a
want
fight.
to kill? You're like.
We're
kill
talking in
someone
terms
with
of the best bending in
No, like-
a fight.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in that universe, but
Yeah.
you want to kill someone using blood bending.
Yeah.
Are you-
You
I mean,
you can freeze
never
their
played.
blood.
You
How,
can-
how
it's
you
just-
can't just I
very
know
savage.
there's some like setback, like it has to be like a weakness. You can't just.
Oh yeah, in the show it was like it has to be a full moon or something, right?
Full moon.
Because the moon is what gives the waterbenders
Right.
their power. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
we never talked about that.
Also,
I think they might have mentioned it.
Okay,
they definitely talked about that.
They probably
When the
mentioned it. I
Yeah.
probably didn't catch it on.
Maybe.
No, I think that was the one thing that they talked about
Except,
in the movie.
You guys know the Legend of Korra?
No.
It's a sequel. It's like the next Avatar after Aang. It's a
Oh,
sequel to the
okay.
show. It's not as good, but I mean it's alright. It's a alright show. They talk about bloodbending in that a lot. Yeah. And in that show, bloodbending, some of them could like do it whenever they wanted. I know it was like illegal or whatever, but
Of course.
yeah.
It's taboo.
Yeah.
So basically, if it's a full moon, you can just control it.
Yeah.
What about
You don't have to like
adaptations?
touch them or anything. Or
No, you just like
You know how like the fish is the spirit of the water tribe, right?
The moon.
Yeah.
Right?
The moon, the fish. Are there other spirits for the other nations?
no.
Fire spirits, no?
there's no spirits.
Not really.
I mean, the Fire Nation.
They
doesn't-
definitely
they
kill
don't
us.
want to follow the spirit.
Yeah, they definitely killed it, but was there one?
There's not like a spirit that gives them their power or whatever. There's like I don't know
Unrelated
animals. Yeah, I don't
spirits.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so
So you'll choose waterbending.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd say fire not because of their history and their
Right.
the way they are, but because I feel like fire is one of the or probably the most powerful power you can get. If you can create energy by yourself, there's a lot of things as an engineer. You can do a lot of things with fire.
Yeah.
What about you?
Right. I believe airbending might be really good.
Just different
There's
reasons.
very because air. I mean, air is all around of us. It's abundant. You can never really
You can
run
always
out.
control it, you know?
And I mean, I'm not sure if you could do that, but can you control like breathing?
Yeah, they actually do. They talk about that in the Legend of Korra, the sequel show. There's
So-
a villain there who's an airbender who like suffocates.
So
people.
similar to blood bending.
Show,
Like
show
when you're-
sounds so interesting.
When you're bending air, you
Fire,
would be
you
able
just
to
set
control
someone on
breathing.
fire.
Yeah.
What about Earth?
Right.
Is there like a special ability for Earth? bending?
There was like lava bending.
Lava.
It
Wait,
was
is that
like-
Isn't that
fire?
fire?
No, that's
No, it was like
lava is not.
it was
fire.
it was weird. It was like it was in the sequel show, and only like some benders could do that.
Well, it's like you have different power levels, right? Like every earthbender or every bender is different power, right?
Yeah. And there's another thing that's also kind of a spoiler that's in actually the original show,
Yeah, go ahead.
metal bending,
Ooh.
which
Okay.
earthbenders could do.
That makes sense.
Oh, Earth bender. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So earthbenders are more of material benders. They can bend
Yes, I would.
materials related to.
What do you think, Killen? What's-
I would pick airbending. Can you fly? If you're an airbender, can you fly?
Kind of,
like if you have a glider, I guess.
Yeah, with the
Okay,
kite.
yeah.
They glide.
I mean, there was also like there's a special ability where you can fly. This was in the Legend of Korra. Like the same villain who would suffocate people who learned how to fly. They're just like
Yeah, I might.
flying around like that.
I don't know. It's between for me. It's between water and air, but I will probably choose airbending. Just I mean, air is all around us. You can just if I learn how to fly, that would be pretty useful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, waterbending. They can also heal. I don't know if that was in the.
Oh wow.
Like
They can actually
heal
No,
like
that
wounds.
wasn't in the movie.
So
Yeah.
like how do they heal? Like do they use like they create water and
They don't create like they just use water and then they can like heal.
Right,
them.
they cannot create.
Not all of them. Can all of them run?
I think like most.
Special-
It wasn't
I
like
think
that
it's
wasn't
like
one
a
of
power
the.
thing. Once again, I think
Yeah.
different things are different difficulty to produce
Yeah.
as a bender.
Healing was like most waterbenders could do that.
Okay, so it's like the easy thing.
And then like, but for like metal bending, it's not most earthbenders can do that.
in the
That's
show?
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
3 seasons. Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, you
I
did say
guess
that
season
later seasons
season
are better.
3. No, I don't know. It's between season 2 and 3. They're both
What is
really
season
good.
2 and 3? Like what's the order? Like season
2 is
2
Earth.
Yes.
Yeah,
Two is
three is-
fire.
Well, fire is still like the final boss.
Yeah, it's the final. Yeah, the
Yeah,
finale
that
is
makes
always
sense,
good.
yeah.
Season 2 is really good though. Yeah.
Interesting. It's usually it's like the first, in movie series, right?
Yeah.
The first movie is usually good.
The best
then
one, yeah.
second is usually the worst, and third is usually the best.
Yeah.
First or third.
Yeah. The first
It's interesting that
season
the second
is
better.
probably the worst because it's a lot more
Yeah.
like kiddie. Like there's a lot
Okay,
of
that
like,
makes sense,
whatever
yeah.
like childish jokes and because it's a kids show, right?
That's
But,
like more
like,
serious.
Then it gets more serious, yeah.
Yeah.
Later on.
I wonder why. Like, how long? When was this coming out? How old is the show?
It
The show,
was
not the
2005,
show.
2008.
2005.
Yeah,
Right. 2005.
So, and how long was it going for?
3 years.
3 years. Oh, I thought it was longer, so like they could see the kids growing up. Is the movie? Is
Yeah,
the
did they
series-
grow up
Is the
in like
series
on their show? Does
I mean, the
As opposed
show,
to coming out?
the plot is over the course of a year.
Oh,
So-
okay. So that's no, that's really fast.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think we talked about everything we were talking about.
Right.
Right. Yes.
So, Michael, thank you very much for coming on. Our big guest. Thanks. You can get some.
Okay, I'll get some.
This has been Questionable Cinema. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
See you on the next one.